Hello everyone, in this video we are going to learn how to update Google Sheet row and send email for update entry in Cognito Forms. Suppose a user has requested you to update his details in Cognito Forms and you want that whenever the entry is updated in your Cognito Forms, automatically the same update should also be added in a row in your Google Sheets. And after that you want to send an email to the same user informing about the entry which is updated. So how we are going to do this process automatically and effortlessly? For that we will have to integrate all these applications, and to do the same we are going to use Pabbly Connect, which is an amazing automation and integration software. Now what we are going to do, we have Cognito Forms in our trigger, Google Sheets and Gmail in our action. So we will be connecting all of them by using Pabbly Connect in order to automate this entire process. Now to learn the entire process step by step, let me take you all to my screen. So in this video, we are going to learn that whenever there will be an update for a particular entry in Cognito Forms, automatically our Google spreadsheet row will also be updated and an email notification will be sent to the user who have made the request for update through Gmail. Okay, so let's start learning this process step by step. First of all, in order to create the workflow, we have to come on our browser and then we have to search for pabbly.com/connect. And when we do that, we will come on the landing page of this software. Here we can find two options, sign in and sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you have to click on sign up for free button to create your free new account, and it will take only 2 minutes. Also at the time of account creation, you will get 100 free tasks to explore this amazing software. Now because I'm already an existing user, therefore I'm clicking on sign in. After coming on all app section, we can find all the products offered by Pabbly. Now to create this workflow, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. So let's click on access now. As we do that, it will take us towards the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. So here we can find all the workflows which we create. And to create a new workflow, we have to click on this create workflow option given on right corner with blue color. So let's click on it. And now a dialog box is appeared in front of us, which is asking us to provide this workflow a suitable name. So let's give it a name as Cognito Forms to Google Sheets to Gmail. Just a random name. And now after giving the name, let's click on create. So here we can find two windows are open in front of us. First is the trigger and the other is action. So what are trigger and actions? Trigger and actions are the basic concepts or the basic principles on which the entire workflow of this automation runs. Here we can have only one trigger in any workflow, but we can have multiple actions as we want. So let's understand trigger and action once again with the example of this workflow. Here we are going to take Cognito Forms in our trigger and Google Sheets in our action. And we want that whenever an entry is updated in Cognito Forms, automatically our Google Sheet should also be updated. Okay, so here the trigger says when this happens and the action says do this. That means the action is the response towards the trigger. So let's start creating this workflow. First of all, we have to select our trigger application, which is going to be the first step of this workflow. So let's select our trigger application, which is Cognito Forms. And now we will select our trigger event. So here we want that whenever the entry will be updated in Cognito Forms, so then this workflow should initiate. Okay, so let's select update entry. And here we can find that a webhook URL is provided to us along with some instructions which we have to follow in order to connect Cognito Forms with Pabbly Connect. So what we are going to do, I will tell you exactly what we are supposed to do. First of all, we will copy this webhook URL and then I will take you to Cognito Forms. So here the form is selected already, which is named as subscriber form. So I want to use this particular form. So after selecting the form which we want to use, we have to go on build option. And here under form settings, we have to turn this post JSON data to a website on. Okay, so let us turn it on. And now, so here we can find two fields, submit entry endpoint and update entry endpoint. And if we will go back on Pabbly Connect, here it is written, in order to update the entry, we have to paste this URL under update entry endpoint field. Okay, so what we are going to do, we will paste the URL here. Done. Now we will click on save. So here our settings are saved. Now we will again go on entry section. And here are the entries of our subscriber form. So now we will again go on Pabbly Connect and it is showing waiting for webhook response. That means now we have to do a test submission by updating a particular entry. Okay, so first of all, I will take you to my Google Sheet which I have prepared. So this is the Google Sheet which is named as Cognito Form Responses, and I have added only some of the entries here just in order to show you the workflow. So you can add all the details according to your choice. I have added only some of the details here. Okay, so now what we are going to do, we are going to update a particular entry. So now what we are going to do, we are going to update a particular entry in order to do a test submission. So let us update this particular entry which contains the entry number as 53 and first name, last name, email and contact. Okay. So what we are going to do, we will again go on subscriber form, and here we can find that this is the entry. So we will open it, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to change the mobile number. Okay. So instead of 12, I'm going to enter 10. Done. And I will update it. Just a random change. So the entry is updated. Now we will go back on Pabbly Connect, and here we can find that we have already received the response of the updated entry, and we can find the updated phone number is also given over here. So now we are going to move towards our action step. So what we want to update this particular entry in our Google Sheet also. So first of all, we have to use lookup. So first of all, for that we have to select our action application as Google Sheets, and now we will select our action event. So here we are going to use lookup spreadsheet row, okay, in order to search the data. Okay, click on connect, and here from the given options, let's select add new connection, and we will click on sign in with Google. Select the account. Pabbly Connect is asking the permission to access our Google Sheets, so we will simply click on allow. And very easily our authorization is successful. Why? Because I was already logged into my Google Sheets. Okay, so you also have to keep in mind always to keep logging to your Google Sheets before making up a connection with Pabbly Connect. Now we will select the details given over here. So first of all, let us select the spreadsheet. So my spreadsheet is named as Cognito Form Responses. So from the drop down, we will select Cognito Form Responses here. And automatically the sheet is also selected because I have only created one sheet in Cognito Form Responses. So the next is lookup column. So for that we will go on our Google Sheets. So here I want to search the user on the basis of this entry number. Okay, so for that we are going to use this particular column as our lookup column. Okay, now here we can find that entry number is given in the column A. So we will simply enter capital A in our lookup column. Okay, so this will be our lookup column. Now the lookup value. So what we want to use entry number for our lookup value. So we will simply enter the entry number. For that, what we are going to do, because we have received the entry number here in Cognito Form Responses, this is the entry number. So what we are going to do, we are simply going to map the detail by using our previous step. Okay, so we will use Cognito Form Response, and we will search for our entry number, and it is given over here. So we have mapped it. So why we have used mapping here instead of entering the data manually? Because we want that whenever a new entry is updated in Cognito Forms and the response is captured in Pabbly Connect, automatically these fields should be replaced with the new entry number, that is with the new data. But if we will enter the data manually instead of mapping, then it will become static and it will not change with every new response. Therefore, the workflow will get stuck. Okay. So in order to automate the entire process without doing anything manually, we use mapping. Okay. So we have mapped the entry number. Now we will move on, and the next it is asking us for include headers in response. So we want to include headers in response. So therefore I have selected it as true. And the next is sort value. So yes, I want to sort the value from top. So it is also selected. Now we will simply click on save and send test request. And here we can find that we have received the response along with all the details of the user. So here we can find the row value, entry number, row index, first name, last name, email, and the contact number, all the details of the user here. Okay, so now we will move further and we will update the Google Sheet row for this particular user. Okay, so we will click on this plus sign in order to add one more action step. And here we are going to again select our action application as Google Sheets. Let's select it. And now in our action event, we are going to select update row because we want to update the row. Click on connect, and we will go with existing connection only. And here again, let us select the spreadsheet. So it is Cognito Form Responses, and we can find that automatically the sheet is also selected as sheet 1. Now it is asking us for row index. So what will be our row index? So here we have received the row index number in the lookup response. So we will simply map it by using Google Sheets. So here is the row index. So we have mapped it. Okay, here our row index is 3. Let us go back on our Google Sheet and we can check that yes, the row number given is 3 only. So the row index is correct. Now automatically whenever the new response will be captured in Pabbly Connect to update the data, automatically the row index will be changed because we have mapped it. So let us move on, and the next it is asking us for entry number. So we will use Cognito Form Response in order to map the entry number. And here it is given. We will map the first name, last name, email. Let us search for email. So email is given over here, and contact number. So we have mapped all the details. Let's click on save and send test request. And here we can find that we have received the response. Now we will go back on our Google Sheet, and here we can find that yes, the contact number of this particular user is updated. So that means our workflow is successful. Now what we are going to do, we have to send an email to this particular user who have made the request in order to update the entry. So we are going to use Gmail for that. We will again go on Pabbly Connect and we will click on this plus sign in order to add one more action step. And now in our action application, we are going to search Gmail. Let's select it, and now our action event. So we want to send email notification. So let's select send email, click on connect, and now click on add new connection, click connect with Gmail. Let's select the account, and now we have to click on allow in order to give the access to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so here we have connected our Gmail account with Pabbly Connect. So now we have to enter the details which it is asking. First of all, the recipient's email address. So we want to send the email to the user who have made the request in order to update the entry, and we have received the response through Cognito Form responses. So we will simply map the detail. Email is given over here, so we have mapped it. I do not want to use CC and BCC fields, and also they are not mandatory, so I am ignoring them for now. So let us give the sender name. Let's say it is Pabbly Connect. Email subject. So let us enter the email subject as updated entry, and the email content type will be plain. Let us enter email content also. Dear user, as per your request, we have updated your details. Your new details are, so we are going to map the details one by one here. First of all, the name. So let's map the name. Let us map the full name here. We will map the email also, and the contact number. So we will map the updated contact number which is given over here, and done. Okay, so this is the body of our email. Now what we are going to do, we will simply click on save and send test request. And here we can find that our response is received and the status is sent. That means the email has been sent on the email ID which we have mapped here. We are going to check for the response on this particular email ID. So let us go, and yes, we can find that an email notification is received on this particular email ID with the name as Pabbly Connect and the subject as updated entry. So let us open it, and yes, an email is received to this particular ID with the body as dear user, as per your request, we have updated your details. Your new details are name, email, and the contact number. Thank you. So that means our workflow is perfectly successful. Now what we are going to do, we are going to check the workflow once again by updating the Cognito Form entry once again. Okay, so let us update this particular entry this time. The entry number is 57. So we will change the contact number. Okay, now what we are going to do, we will go back on our form in Cognito Form, and then we will update this particular entry which is 57. Okay, so let us open it, and now I'm going to change the mobile number. Okay, done. So I have changed the mobile number, and we will click on update, and here our entry is updated. Now we will go back on our Google Sheet, and we can find that yes, automatically the entry is updated here also in our Google Sheet. Now we will go and check for the email notification on this particular email address. Okay, and here also we can find that yes, again an email is also received here on this particular email ID, and now the name, email, and contact number is changed. So that means our workflow is perfectly successful. Now we will go back on Pabbly Connect, and we will summarize what we have done in this workflow. So we have taken 4 steps here, trigger and 3 actions. In trigger, we have taken Cognito Forms, and in action, we have taken Google Sheets and Gmail. And we have connected all of them by using Pabbly Connect in such a way that now for any reason, we have updated the entry of a particular user in Cognito Forms. Automatically the details will be searched by using lookup in Google Sheets, and after that, automatically the details will be updated in Google Sheets by updating the row. And an email notification will be sent to the user who have requested for updating the entries. Okay, so this was the full workflow, and these were the steps which we have to follow in order to integrate all these applications. So this was it in this video. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for watching. Not only these applications, but you can easily integrate many other applications by using Pabbly Connect. Now, if you have any doubt, you can easily email us at support@pabbly.com. If you want to ask any query, you can easily reach out to us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you are having any pricing related issue with Pabbly Connect, you can easily reach out to the website given over here. Now, if you find this video helpful in any way, do not forget to share it with your friends. And also, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to learn more such automation.